Are you ready, motherfucker? Say hello. What the fuck are you gonna do when it comes to you better fucking blood mercy. You ain't got a fucking. He won't say that word live out on air because he's gonna report him because he's got no hair. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Bring that music down. Producer, if you're with me, can you please bring that music down? Thank you, producer. Wow. Got a producer now. Got a moderator now. Shout out to Balls Deep. Get on that, Balls, my dude. How are you, folks? Good evening. It's Friday night. It's about 7:20 or so on the East Coast, Eastern PM, Friday night. Atlantic City weekend, Atlantic City Super Bowl weekend, round 2. And what a day it's been for me. I mean, I feel like this is just craziness all the time, but today was fucking monumental with the insanity. I've sent my pal Ski Mask Collective the link, so if he does decide to get on, he's got the link right now. Sounded like he was in pretty bad shape there, so I did want to try to possibly talk to him. Thank you, Acid Dust. Loves it. Chris Mack is LOLing because we jumped right on after MLC. I figured why not try to jump on, see if I got a little heat after MLC before BYB on tonight with some special guests. I do not think I will be on the show tonight. I got some plans that I got to take care of and all that jazz. But listen, so let's get started. So I'm wearing, this is like a shirt that I wear when I go running because when I got the link today, I was just starting a run. When I saw at 4:00 that Ray was the guest, I immediately sent a message to Kevin and said, send me the link because I did want to make sure I was there to make sure Ray wasn't furthering the truth, if you will. So I was like literally taking my first couple of steps on a jog, had my ringer on, so I heard the email alert and fucking turned right around and came up, got set up, and jumped on. So had a great time with the boys, as always. I'm sure you guys do too. But yeah, a little worried about this Ski Mask guy. He I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys heard the call tonight. Didn't sound good. Sounds like he's in the middle of a binge or whatever. That's what he does. And it's not really the binge that's the problem. It's when he comes off the binges that the problem is that his body can't seem to handle it. So I was like real serious today saying that he might need some medical assistance there. Otherwise he could die. And I don't want to ever obviously see something like that happen to someone that I, used to be pretty good friends with, could potentially still be friends with, but not the way he's going about shit recently. And that's not even the alcohol either. That's his own problems. And I try not to judge that stuff too much, which coincidentally he was coming at me for saying that I smoke too much weed, blah, blah, blah. That's something that addicts do. We all know that. Anybody out there, which I'm sure a lot of you, I think the majority of the audience probably knows or has one addict in their inner circles or immediate communities and families. It's tough. Acid Dust, hit the fucking like button for the love of God. I can't even see the likes on StreamYard. I got to pull up YouTube. I'm not doing that right now. This is a short one. But this is the new thing. I got a lot of positive feedback. One from this lady right here, Miss Flat Cat Jessica, said, Stevie, not going to lie, I kind of like the solo shows that you pulled off recently. I've only done 2 so far, and I think it's going all right, Flat Cat. So thank you, darling. Thank you very much. You are an angel, and we all love you dearly. And you're very supportive. So even if you're full of shit and telling me that I'm doing well when I'm not, I still love it. Come on. Just kidding. But yeah, we're going to work on some of this LEW live stuff. Movie talk is definitely going to be going down. Let's jump in the chat real quick. Move it along. That's right. Flat Cat saying that Ski's probably passed out right now. Good point. Hey, yo, Flat Cat, Jessica. Okay, you guys take that up with yourselves. We're not doing doxing here. Brad Sabbath said Chad is pulling out of AC very last minute. Wow. That is something. If Smokey the Spurg is not pulling my leg here, and this is true, confirmable news, that would be something else. I don't know where you're getting that info, Smoke. If you want to elaborate, if you can, in the chat, great. I'm sure I know where you probably heard that, but John Doe saying, "What's up? Hi, Stevie." Ask Dust if Stevie isn't on BOIP. I ain't watching. I think that's not that's a mistake because some people like it when I'm off the episodes, and I guess some people like it when I'm there. And I think that Derek is getting a lot better at hosting with the reps that he's been putting in and going on other shows and stuff too. Tonight they've got some big guests, so yeah, it's Friday night here. I honestly break the fourth wall. Friday night's usually not a BYB night for me. I do try to get on Monday and Wednesday, but no offense to that team and everybody over there who wants to put a show on that often. That's something I've said from the very beginning, where I was like, I can't be responsible for every show every week. So especially while things have been kind of fucked up for me lately, it's been better to take some nights off. Wah, lunatics assemble. Kinky low. Put up the L. If you're out there listening to this, I want you to do a few things. I want you to hit the like button. Then I want you to put up the L. And then if anyone is near you right now and they're like looking at you weird that you got the L up, I want you to turn to them and say, I'm a motherfucking lunatic for life. Like it or get laid to waste. And then tell them about Stevie Lou Comedy on YouTube at Stevie Lou Comedy. Please, folks, if you haven't subscribed, hit the fucking subscribe button. Hit the notifications. I'm going to be doing these live things. I need to get my goddamn subscribers up and my view hours up. So this is the only way to do it. We're in it to win it. I'm getting some progress. So I do appreciate it, folks, if you can continue to be good folks. And damn it, I say folks too much, don't I? Okay, again, I said we're not doxing, but Jessica's doxing herself. Not really doxing, but okay. Yo, bro, Chris Clowder, Brian, Brian Clowder, checking in. I don't know why I called you, Chris. Okay, look at this. Leo Gunn, my man, who's a reporter on the scene, says breaking news: the Stuttering John Eagle has landed. I repeat, the Stuttering Eagle has landed. That's code word. I think I kind of gave up what that was code word for. But if the folks out there aren't privy, we want you to hit the like button. Flat Cat's hyped. She's saying woohoo. I'm hyped for this weekend. Not exactly sure what my itinerary is yet for the weekend, albeit one day away. But I do plan on being in Atlantic City this weekend at some point, at some capacity. So look the fuck out. Looking to meet Melton finally in person. I think that would be good. We could hug it out. We can strip naked lather ourselves in oil and rub ourselves dick to dick until one of us. Okay, what we got here? Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Am I still cool with Ski Mask, man? Like, honestly, the shit that he's talking today, he was saying shit on his stream, bringing my wife into it, saying that he's getting info from Joe Exotic about my wife. That's all the sort of stuff that someone you're cool with wouldn't say. So it's kind of like he's kind of forced my hand to not be cool with him. He came attacking me this morning. Now, I get it. He's probably fucking loaded and feeling his feelings and shit, but still not an excuse. So I kind of snapped back at him today once he brought up my wife. I was like, all right, bro, you want to talk about ladies? Let's talk about your girl. And then, you know what? Thankfully, I had like a fucking realization that it's better to take the high road on that sort of situation because, you know, I do know his significant other, and I got no problem whatsoever with her. She's actually a very, very nice person, and I honestly hope everything's okay over there. So I don't wish I'm sorry, I don't wish ill or anything of the guy, but what can I do at this point? You know, he's pushed me away as much as he wants, and I don't get it, but it's hard to figure out. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, Chris. I was making a joke. Okay, we do jokes here sometimes. Asking her what part of Massachusetts she lives in doesn't exactly constitute as a doxing. But good luck with your skiing. Sounds like fun. Oh, look, actually, he's trying to ask Flat Cat on a ski date. There could be something blossoming here. I like it. That's right, Chad. Who? Thank you, Smokey, for revealing your source because Brad is in there. If you had a chance to pick anybody in your world to box, who would it be? Anyone in my world to box? Yeah, I guess Luis J. Gomez would be, I think, the most formidable opponent for me. And the person with, I can't say Sam Hyde because Sam is a lot bigger than me from what I know. I don't know. Maybe Sam Hyde. But if I'm gonna do it again, I would hope to have a higher caliber opponent, and don't make that sound like I'm trying to take anything away from Ryan Rivera because he beat the hell out of me, and he is a talented man. But I would like to at least try to move up the ladder a little bit on my next fight. If I do have a next fight, at this point, I got nothing planned. I am still training multiple times a week. I was there this morning, and I've been like 7 months deep now because that's about when I started 7 months ago, going, between 3, sometimes 5 times a week. It's really given me renewed, a renewed look on staying fit. I've been doing Muay Thai as well. And I can kick like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ. I've got these long legs. And once I get things moving, I've been learning how to kick roundhouse quick. And you don't want that, man. That's going to really be like a baseball bat hitting you in the ribs. So been really fucking feeling fighting sports as just a good way to stay really fucking healthy and really strong. I've been doing some kettlebell workouts as well, running again too. I had stopped running after the fight, and I noticed that my stress level was up a lot without getting some of those, testosterone surges that I clearly have out of me. Put the L up every goddamn day, acid dust. That's what I'm talking about, baby. See, we got things out here. If you're new to the Ludiverse, not necessarily knowing what this is what we do when we're a lunatic. And if you're a true lunatic, then you throw up that L. Me and the blunt smoker boys, excuse me, we had a thing called the BV. So throw up your BV because we're blunt smoker video, the BV, but this is also, it's like you're smoking, but you're putting up the B and the V. So that's something. I think BYB I tried to get going a while back with because that's how the logo looks. I know, obviously Skank Hands, everybody knows that. So, I mean, yeah, I heard today a lot of shit talking that I'm not a comedian and I don't know anybody in the scene. And I'm fucking blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not a friend. I wouldn't call Luis J. Gomez a friend, but I am extremely friendly with him. If we're ever in person, believe you me, we're chatting and bullshitting. And I helped him bring Roastmasters to a satellite venue when the stand first closed and had to relocate. I actually worked one-on-one with Lewis and the Gas digital tech team to hook up this venue that I was working at the time, the Soho Playhouse. We brought those guys in, and I was the one responsible for making that happen. So I used to set that up and work with those guys for a good amount of time, and that brought me into like Skankfest a bunch, where I didn't really work Skankfest New York as a comedian, but I did get to do some sets down at Skankfest South in Houston, and have always been invited to party at Skankfest. So I got to give a shout out to Rebecca Trent, who's always been very kind to me, because she used to run the Creek in the Cave, one of the only places that I was passed at and would do shows at. Another thing that I heard Ray screaming last night, that there weren't booked shows at the Creek in the Cave, that there were only open mics. It's completely false, completely absurdly false. They always had book shows in the upstairs main room, and then downstairs was where they had the open mics. So the fact that he's saying all this crazy shit last night really fucking fired me up. Chris Mack. Wow, everybody's got John's phone number. I thought I was special. Thank you for the Captain Alex vibes. I don't think I've actually done any hard drugs. Holy shit, this is incredible. Wow, thank you. El Harible from the B Dabbler Network throws his L up. I really appreciate that support, man. I had a great time on BYB earlier this week with Tukey. Obviously, we know that that's El Harible there. If you didn't, I might have fucked it up for a lot of people. Fuck. I might have just lost him as a lunatic. I don't know how. But yeah, getting to just bullshit with that dude. Talk about fun stuff like Michael Gavin Ali's extensive pornography collection. That's always like, come on, content for days there, folks. Smokey wants to know. I'll try to get a good description for you, Smokey, this weekend. Let's get Stevie monetized. Yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, shit, if that happens, I'll be going 5 days a week, or 7 days a week like Brennan. No, just kidding. Come on. But it would be sure nice to get myself monetized. To be honest, like, I got to give credit to people like fucking Chad Zumach and the fucking trolls in the Discords that are like, Stevie, you never had your own show. You never did your own show. You're garbage. You always have to glom. You have no talent. So, after a while, I'm kind of like, I don't have no talent. I don't know. I'm smart. People like me. So I got a little audience here hanging out. You guys are awesome. I know a lot of you probably here are hate watching, and that's fine too. I hate chat. I'm cool with it. I do have one moderator, balls deep, and we talked about how we're going to go about moderation, and he's going to just any spamming or TOS violations. That's it. If you want to throw some heat at me, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Okay, people are kind of talking behind the scenes about the whereabouts of John. B Dabbler's giving up his whereabouts. Smokey does want to get a sniff, kind of like a sniff sample of Melton. Stevie, I wasn't a big fan at first. Whew, you have grown on me. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Pete Jop, thank you, buddy. I mean, if no one was watching this, I wouldn't be doing it. If I was one of these shows that gets 3 or 4 live views every fucking time, I wouldn't be able to do this. So it is kind of on you guys a little bit. And if I start sucking and if this ain't working out, don't fucking prop me up. Fucking let the market correct. Let the market dictate. If there's a supply and there's a demand for the supply, I got you, kid. And yeah, come on, folks. We're smoking weed here. Oh shit, that's gonna probably get me in trouble. According to Chad, associate Brad Sabbath, Chad isn't going to AC. Yeah, that's kind of a major development. Kinky Loco is getting filled in by Leo there. This is a good question, folks. This is what I would love to get is more of these on the fly, off the cuff questions. Stevie, what's your favorite 90s Super Bowl commercial? Shit, man. Like with no thinking. The first one that comes to my head is the Cindy Crawford Pepsi commercial. Because I guess like I was a kid around the time, around maybe the same age, maybe a little bit older than the kid in the commercial. And Cindy Crawford was just a high, I wasn't making white back then, but like if I could have made white, I would have been just nonstop whiting to Cindy because she was just so fucking hot. So yeah, I'd have to say that was a fucking just classic, iconic, well shot. If you folks want to toss out a few others, your favorite Super Bowl commercial from the 90s specifically, please do. Because I think that's a great way to break it down, just the 90s, when it really seemed to matter. Nowadays, it's a joke. I was really going to avoid any of the Bud Light commercials because I was never a big Budweiser guy with the beer in general. I know they did have some iconic stuff there with the frogs and all that, and the was up guys. When it happened, if you weren't there, folks, it's hard to explain because that thing was huge and it burned real bright real fast and then died like a motherfucker. By I think the next year they were already like making commercials about how annoying that was. But yeah, John is doing what he does. John is Johnning. The Kinky Loco. Thanks for the $5. Stevie, your gimmick could be to say about everyone, I wish them ill, which is a play on the Ray. Chris Mack, you can't beat Sam Hyde, Stevie. He's probably got 80 pounds on you. But you could maybe beat Lewis. Chris Mack, that's why I don't know if you go back and you listen, I wasn't like, I'll take out fucking Sam Hyde. I was like, I don't think I can fight Sam Hyde. Because yeah, I think you do have to kind of be within a certain, even though we're both heavyweights. I'm like right below the heavyweight limit for weight, but honestly, I could put on 5 pounds if I really tried. And Lewis would have to maybe drop just like a few pounds to make us more like catch weight appropriate. That would never happen, catch weight for Sam Hyde. Although if someone gave me the opportunity to fight the guy, I would be kind of dumb to not go get my ass kicked and at least put in a good fight. Cause that's kind of one of the things that I do have going for me is like a bit of fearlessness when it comes to shit like that. So, love it or hate it. It is what it is. What is sometimes. Rochi, will this be up later? Rochi, you are doing very well on those Sunday shows. I gotta say, I do like what you bring to the. I think honestly, if I'm gonna be real frank, I'm not fucking frank. You're probably the best new person that's come on to that BYB panel recently and actually adds something. So, and this is I'm not talking like the Lemmys and the Grannies because I love them, and that's the old editions, the new editions. Chris Mack, I didn't mean to offend anybody. JT, when is the Bobo and You show going to finally air? It is like still in the queue on my StreamYard. So that's hilarious that you say that. Thank you. Bobo, I tried to get him on Tuesday. And Bobo is actually kind of hard to lock down these days because he does do a lot at his home. Right now, he's taking care of a lot of responsibilities and stuff that if he's not there to do it, like walking and feeding the dogs and taking care of his mom and his sister and stuff, like he's helping out around the house and all that. So I try to get him whenever I can get Bo. I will. We did a fucking show a long time ago. I don't think it's up. It might still be up, actually. I gotta check. We did one where we were playing video games and just chatting while we played video games, and I had 2 cameras going, and we were, like, showing the video games at the same time. So I think that's actually, like, a pretty damn good concept for Bo and I to pull off, or just talking movies, because I did go to the movies with them recently because I've got this AMC A-list membership where I pay $25 a month to go see at least 3 movies a week if I want. And then on Tuesdays they have some sort of fucking 50% off if you bring somebody. So it ends up coming out to less than $10 for him to come along with me to a movie on top of my membership thing. So I'll usually call him up, and he lives close enough that he can come to my place, and then we go together, and that's always a blast. Look at this. Wow, look at this. Never in person, but I used to talk to Lady Di on the phone. Craig Edwards, I heard Ginger's bones have special properties, so I'll be taking tibias and filling femurs. And filing femurs? Filing femurs. Wow. Yeah. Shit. Greg's coming after my stem cells. Okay, you guys take it to a DM. Just kidding. Love you. Stop doing drugs, loser. I mean, I'm drinking coffee. Is coffee a drug? Do I have to stop drinking coffee? Are you a drug drinker? Coffee? Because this is nicotine, caffeine. Excuse me. This is could possibly be THC if YouTube is watching. Maybe it's not. Are these drugs? Am I snorting these, or am I just enjoying life like an animal on this firma? Is it forma or firma? I know it's terra firma because there's a trauma film. Terra firma. All right, I'm running out of steam and it's getting late. Or not getting late. I got some time here. I'm with you guys. Let me catch up here. Walking L. That's maybe me. That's the white power sign. Which one was that? The blunt smoker. Fuck. It was a modified. Jesus Christ. Please do not screen cap that and start. Oh, fuck. I got to check Twitter. It's probably already up. Fucking white waffles and shit nonstop with this whole Tukey world order with the white waffles and everything. When is it going to stop? Okay. Technically, you don't have to be funny to be a comedian, Lou, so you're good. Hey, I was thinking about this today. We can get into this maybe another time. I don't have a lot of time here because I'm not going to go over for BYB. But, like, what's a musician? Do you have to be a fucking touring stadium band to be considered a musician? Like, what if you are playing the guitar and you're in some cover band up in Massachusetts? Are you a musician, even though you don't really do it, for much success at all? You say you're some sort of fucking big time deal, and then when we see you sing on live stream, it's the most comical thing I've seen in a while. Like, are you a musician? Am I a comedian because I've done years and years of comedy now at this point? Sure, things have been slower right now. Things changed. If I really did want to put 15-20% more effort into things, I could absolutely start going back up on stage and doing that. But I did that shit, and I don't have like the drive that I had when I first started off, so I'm not doing that. But I've got all this material. I've performed on hundreds of stages throughout New York, in front of thousands of different people, audience wise. Sure, some small shows, but I've done some big shows too, and I didn't get booed off stage. I fucking did the job, and to be honest, it's like I started to see that white older dudes were not getting passed along. You weren't getting opportunities. It was going more towards the urban, gay, female. This is what was happening. So I kind of saw the odds starting to stack up against me, and here we are, baby. Here we are. But I would have gone on that show in AC if Chad actually had offered me a chance. I would have absolutely gone and done a couple of open mics just to make sure I wasn't completely rusty and fucking killed it and fucking embarrassed them. but Pussy Boy wouldn't let it happen. Stevie, most people don't know that you've been involved in the entertainment business in many different ways besides comedy. Thank you, Flat Cat. Flat Cat knows she's been around, and I don't have to fucking explain myself. You're right. But Doc, I see you over there. I see you, buddy. Yeah. Wow, look at this. Sketty Tooth John, who I know probably isn't so happy about some things that have gone down recently between me and some other of her friends. So I'm very thankful for you to be here, and hopefully I'm trying to mend some fences out there. If you catch my drift, let's leave it at that. Joe Valentine, you're a lutard. If you want to be a lutard, I'm not going to stop you, buddy. I'm with it. Um, yes, we're all here for Sketty. Justice for Sketty. Exactly. I couldn't see a fucking reason on this planet to ever ban Flat Cat for anything. Thank you, Rob Kramer. Everybody's loving the Sketty. I am bald. Hearts. Love watching you. Spam, spam, spam. That's not. He's being silly. It's just a Tukey bump. I don't know if he's talking about me or what. This isn't a show. Hit the like button for young Stevie. What is that? Is it like a pink? Looks like a butthole, kind of. This will be up later. I'll keep it up, Sketty. Don't worry. It'll be up on the Patreon. THC massively increases estrogen production in men. I don't have any boobies, though. So, as you're talking about my attitude, am I kind of. All right. Let's not go there. DG says lame. Is that the DG? Patrick Bateman, Crystal Pepsi commercial. Yeah. All right. I vaguely remember that one. I'm going to have to look that up. I do remember Crystal Pepsi. I don't remember New Coke. That's one thing that was just before my memory threshold. It was New Coke, but I do remember Crystal Pepsi. Stevie, what's your favorite X questions are not interesting for the audience? Okay. Take note. I find them fun. So Smokey the Spurg wasn't alive in the 80s, 90s. Doesn't mean you can't look up 90s Super Bowl commercials. And as a matter of fact, I'd recommend Smokey for a little fun time to on YouTube best 90s Super Bowl commercials and sit back and relax. The Bud Bowl was cool. I did kind of like because the Bud Bowl was when I was very young and impressionable, and I thought that was like a thing. I got wrapped up in that. I also like Spuds McKenzie. I remember Spuds McKenzie. That was a big one. And I remember they got all bent out of shape that a dog was, drinking beer and shit. Wow, look at this. Patrick Bateman. Think my first making of white involves Sidney Crawford. Wouldn't be mad at you for 1 second. I gotta admit something right now. I remember when the Tyra Banks Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue came out. I took one look at that thing and brought it to the bathroom. And I remember like having the thought, like, wow, this is the first time I've ever used a, lady of color as a reference for this sort of thing. And I was like, this is like a whole new world. Wow. And I kind of found out at that time that like, I wasn't I didn't just like girls that looked my color, at that moment. I kind of can probably lock in that moment that the Sports Illustrated Tyra Banks issue, the butt bowl, right. Right, because that was what the wait, was that? What the fuck was the butt bowl? Was that Howard Stern? I think that was Howard Stern, right? Don't hit the dislike, folks. That's guy stuff. That's right. You want to feel him deep inside of you. JT's got his eyeballs out. Oh, Sam would just step on Stevie. Yeah, like I've got some speed though. He's definitely got power. But honestly, I think that right now, the way I've been training, like I've been working on my reaction and like setups and stuff like that. And I get my hands out real fast. I get them out and back. Like in the past 7 months, man, I like can surprise myself now in the gym once I start getting them moving. So we'll see. Maybe someday we'll get that match made. Was the annoying caveman commercials in the 90s? No. No, that would have been 2000s. Wow, look at this. This is crazy. Holy shit. I could just end the show right now. I mean, I might not have to go on MLC anymore if this is how this is going to be going. I got a $500 super sticker from the B Dabbler Network. This is cool, man. He's really sharing the wealth. Raytard the Untrainable. No offense. Sam would destroy you. Hey, no argument here, bud. And I like to hear that. R.I.P. Hassan Piker. Yeah. I don't think he did die, but that was a Sam Hyde reference. Yeah. Artard strength. Rundock. I don't know what that's about. Maybe. Oh, me. Yeah. Maybe I do have that. Chris Mack is surprisingly risk averse. Dutch Masters backwards. Dutch Masters for blunts and raw. Raw papers or element papers, mostly raw. And I put crutches in there and do the raw filters. I roll a mean joint, man. I hope to roll some joints in AC with some of you. Retard, physically and verbally. Me, that's funny. Fucking Frank is great. It says for Servosif. Hello, Servosif. Sam Hyde isn't surprisingly intelligent. I think he's pretty funny, man. I'm a Sam Hyde fan. I'm not like a diehard Sam Hyde fan. I was thinking about trying to go see him when he was in New York at like an undisclosed location a couple months ago. I couldn't make that happen. What's got KB daily backtrack and Stevie? I've pooped 4 times today already, and my butt is already raw from the toilet paper. Any advice? I would go probably check out a gastroenterologist if you haven't done that lately. It's good to get a colonoscopy once every couple of years, once every 5 years, I'd say. But it sounds like you've got some dire situation. If it's continuing for more than 2-3 days of diarrhea like that. Also, is there blood in your stool? If there's no blood in your stool, that's a good sign. But be aware that just because you don't see blood in your stool doesn't mean that there isn't blood in your stool. So just, kind of listen to your body, pal or lady. Run doc. Next topic. True. Sketty. Is that a diploma? That's my trauma diploma. That's my trauma diploma. And then I have another one up there. This is my master composter certificate. I'm a master composter in New York City and a trauma graduate. I do have a degree in finance from a city school. Graduated with honors too. I got the fucking little rope thing, tassel, whatever. But we don't need to talk about that shit. What up, KB? Stevie, now that you and Ray are best friends, can you tour together and take the comedy world by storm? I don't know if I'd survive a tour. I'd end up either in jail or dead of a self-inflict. Never mind. LOL. Chad Zumach podcast stamina. Yeah, I hear that. Chilling KU. Same. Okay. Unblock KB. I don't think she's blocked anymore. If that's what you're talking about. I'm a practicing musician. I can like kind of play guitar. I don't never practice much, but I've played guitar. I could drum a little bit too. Never took any lessons or have had any sort of, real experience, but like I've definitely gotten really high and either put a guitar in my hand, electric guitar, and I could figure it out. I could like jam along. Same thing with a bass. And then drums, I also know how to like all right, that's fucking gotta go. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god, this is getting wild. Burn all your material, start fresh. It's not a bad idea, Chris. Not a bad idea at all. Sketty Tooth says that Misfit secretly collects Thomas Kincaid ornamental birds. Is that a real thing? Can you let me know in the chat if that's a real thing, Sketty? Because I don't know if I can believe that. Crystal Pepsi had Van Halen. I do remember that now. Wow. Yeah, Pepsi. Pepsi sucks. I'm a Coca-Cola drinker, but Pepsi had the commercials. Precious moments. Okay. You guys are doing some fun. Oh, Precious Moments dolls about Misfit. Chad canceled AC. That seems to be the rumor. I want to get to the bottom of that as soon as I get off here. Okay. Beavis and Butthead. Was that a commercial? A Super Bowl commercial? Because I don't know if I remember that one. Stevie, why are you so secretive about your AC plans? That's a good question. And I was just always told to never fucking say too much. Never say too much. And also, maybe they haven't. All right. I'll reach out to you at some point and explain. But right now, let's just go with I'm a ninja. That's right. Thank you very much again for that $500 sticker. That was very nice. Okay. Stevie is the colon king. Very true. What did I skip Rochi on? I'm trying not to skip, folks, but we're starting to run out of time. And no, you're not. Check again, bitch. Crumb Bum says, shut up, Stevie. True. I don't even see a Rochi in here. Last couple of lines. But finally coming down to the bottom. He saw what I said, JT. He was very... Oh, yeah, exactly. I got no problem with you guys. I don't even really have a problem with that other guy, to be honest. I'm above that kind of shit. But Stevie, how much plasma did Chad donate to get the AC from Soviet Skunk? White man can't beatbox. Rochi, to be honest, it's been a while, but I can beatbox, and I will give you guys a little teaser here that someday I will do a little something. But my throat's kind of feeling it right now, not so great, but I get the... That's terrible. That's fucking bad. That's bad. I gotta practice. I used to be able to beatbox. That was bad. Oh wow. Reviews are in. The reviews are in, and it's not good. It's not good. Oh my god. Beavis and Butter was the butt bowl. Thank you. See, yeah, I gotta keep up on my chats here. Wow. This is bad. This is very bad. People are very upset. Or they're either very upset about my beatboxing or they want to know about Stuttering John and Chad. But yeah, look, even Rochi's like he's falling on his own sword here. As a matter of fact, I think I'm hearing my neighbors are like banging with the broom handle on their ceiling, like some sort of physical threat, as a matter of fact. And it is time for BYB too, folks. So I think it is probably a perfect time to cut this off here where it was and say thank you to all of you for watching. One final time, if you could subscribe if you haven't already. I got to get that up. Spread the word. Hit the notification button so you see when I go live. Don't have a schedule per se right now. I'm going to try to not like stream when other people are streaming just out of goodwill. So, stay with us. We're going to have a good time with this. And I will see some of you in AC this weekend. When and where, I want you to be fucking looking behind your goddamn shoulders every couple of minutes saying, where the hell is that fuck? What is that guy going to be? But I promise on my goddamn streaming career that I will be down in AC this weekend. Okay? If I don't hold that up, I don't want to ever go on any show ever again. And I do mean that. That's not work. If I can't get my ass down to AC for any reason, then that's on me and I shouldn't be around. Deal? All right, folks. Thank you very much. Bye.